Hello, welcome to video 5, week 5 of the 12-week videos that go along with this guide. Today we're going to be talking about how to measure progress and how is the best way to measure progress without the scale particularly. Because if you didn't know, I am a big fan of not using the scale because I don't fully trust the scale. I'm not saying that you should cut it out, but it's just not something that I think is the most accurate way to measure progress, and it's not the only way to measure progress. So, there are many ways, like I said, but I'm going to tell you my top 3 favorite ways to measure progress. The first one being performance stats, progress photos, and feelings. So we're going to get into it. First one, we have performance stats, my personal favorite, just because I'm a numbers gal. I'm not particularly a maths gal, but I'm a numbers gal, and I like seeing the numbers increase or decrease or like going up and down, which you would think, why do you not like using a scale if you can see the number go up and down? But that's a whole different kettle of fish. But what I like to track is my weight. So like the weights I'm using, I'll obviously within the app that you're using for the program, for the guide, you'll have a chance to actually record your weights every single week and what weights you're using, so that whenever you go back in to do the session that you've previously done, you can see that you've done a certain weight or a certain amount of reps the week before, and you're like, right, well, I'm going to increase that by maybe 5 kilograms, or maybe go up a couple of reps just to add more intensity to it. And if you're finding that your weights are progressing every single week, then that's a good sign that you're making progress, because you're actually building strength and you're building resilience and you're building endurance as well. Another way is your pace. Have you noticed that your average pace is getting faster? Do you can you see that, I think whatever app that you use, whether it's like Strava or just like the app that you're using for this guide, can you see that your average pace is getting quicker? Or on your watch as well, your watch can track it as well, obviously. See if you're getting any faster, see if you're getting slower, maybe if things have to that way you can look at the numbers and be like, right, whereabouts am I going wrong? Whereabouts do I need to push myself? And then heart rate. This is a new one for me as well, but I find that my resting heart rate is quite a big component for me, and how quickly I recover, how quickly my heart rate recovers. And this has been a big part of performance training for me, is trying to honestly just trying to help my lower my heart rate whenever I'm doing high intensity exercises, because it's just a sign that you're getting fitter and being able to endure for longer periods of time. So just measuring that as well. Next, we have progress photos. Again, one of my personal favorites. And I'm going to tell you tips on how to actually take good progress photos, because a lot of people take progress photos and they don't do it the right way, which can be, whenever you go to compare your progress photos, it can be hard to tell if there is any difference given what way that you take them. So set the camera up at chest height, or just a chest height, not at a low angle or a high angle. So what I've seen a lot of people do is set the phone up down below them and taking it from like an upward angle. And that's just not the best, most flattering angle anyway. And it's not it's not the most accurate angle. So I found doing it at chest height makes a massive difference. And wear the same clothes slash underwear, take them in the same place at every time. So I'm sitting in the place where I take my progress photos every single time. If you take them facing a window for the best light, that would be even better. And flex. Well, this is up to yourself. I prefer to flex whenever I'm taking my progress photos, just because it makes me feel a wee bit better. It makes me feel a wee bit stronger, and I like doing it now and again just to be like, oh, okay, I have muscles. But you don't have to flex if you don't want to, but you like to see those muscles being shown off. The next one is feeling. I'm just going to move myself over here. This one is, like I've said, it's the least popular one, because it's a wee bit like, the only way I can describe it is tree hugger-ish. Not a lot of people like to kind of base their progress on how they feel, but I think it's been a massive part of my journey to improve my performance. So I think it is a very important one. And the first reason is just based on how you feel in your body. Confidence comes from inside, and not just what you see in the mirror in a progress photo. If you feel good, then you will look good, and vice versa. If you look good, you'll feel good. Progress is not just physical but also emotional. How you feel about yourself is the most important thing in the world. This 12-week plan is designed to help you see how much you can do and push yourself, and how you will feel as a result of that will be on real. So basically what I'm trying to say is that in the first video you would have heard me talking about how leaving a session and feeling powerful and strong and confident, stuff like that, is a really big reason why I've stuck to this style of training for so long, because it is such a good feeling to leave a session knowing that you've put your all into it and you're moving in a way that your body's supposed to move. And yeah, I would leave sessions, and I still leave sessions feeling really good about the performance I put in. If I have, made a difference in my performance, like if I feel stronger, more powerful and stuff like that. And if I feel that, then I'm like, I'm going to feel really good about myself, and that confidence is going to increase. And so it's really just a matter of feeling good and feeling as if your confidence is increasing every session, because if your confidence is increasing, then you're going to want to push harder and you're going to want to do harder things, and that's just going to better your performance anyway. So like I said, it's not the most popular one, but it is the best way to measure your progress. Like, I have clients in the past that have said that they feel more confident, and they don't necessarily see a lot of physical change yet, but they're feeling better about themselves because their confidence is increasing. Their confidence in doing harder things is increasing, and that's like such a really good sign. So like I said, not popular, but probably one of the most important ones. So yeah, now it's your turn. Like I said in the previous one, I'm going to be doing some kind of like homework style videos as well, just at the end of every session. So I want you to write down how you want to feel at the end of these 12 weeks, how you want to feel. Now, I've put a couple of examples at the bottom there. I want to feel confident, I want to feel powerful, I want to feel strong, and I want to feel like I can do hard things. Then I want you to put this somewhere where you can see it every day and check in with yourself every now and again to see if you're on track to feeling that way. What this does is, like, what writing it does, sorry, is that it kind of acts as a reminder every time you see it. And whenever I say put it in somewhere where you see it every day, I have my reminder sitting where I charge my phone. I have one on my mirror. I have one on my wardrobe as well, just as like different reminders and stuff like that of how I want to feel whenever I get to the end of my training block at the minute. And it kind of like, whenever, especially in the days where you're not particularly feeling the most confident, when you're not particularly feeling like you're progressing in any way, or that you're kind of finding it a bit of a struggle, looking at that and remind yourself how you want to feel will help boost your motivation. Even though motivation's a myth, we don't really talk to her, we don't really use her. That's why I did the self-discipline video, because we use her more than we use motivation. Using that more often than anything else. And it just acts, like I said, as a reminder to kind of put you back on track to how you want to feel at the end of this 12 weeks. Because you want to obviously end this 12 weeks feeling the most powerful, confident self, and being able to move a lot better and function a lot better, and potentially increase your pace, increase your performance, whatever it is. So sit down, write out how you want to feel at the end of this 12 weeks, and put them reminders everywhere that you feel like you need to, like the examples that I've just given you. But yeah, let's obviously do that, and also take into consideration the other measures of progress you can use, like the progress photos and the stats and stuff like that. And definitely use that in your journey, because it definitely makes a lot of difference whenever you can actually see progress happening. Because if we just kind of use reflections and mirrors and scales and stuff like that, it can kind of be up and down, because we're women, we're going to fluctuate, and these measures of progress are just a wee bit more, what's the word, fitting. It's a lot more positive, because you can actually see the trend in progress with these types of measurements. But yeah, I hope this was helpful, and yeah, you can obviously go back to this video and watch it again and take some notes and stuff down, and you obviously always have access to it. But yes, I will chat to you very soon. Bye.